So today I'm in a hotel in Seville, which is in Spain, and I have quite a nice room, the toilet, and I don't know, it's not luxury, but it's better than what I'm used to. Well, it's yeah, I have been to some really cheap places in the last year or so. But anyway, I am not here to actually do anything. I'm here just for a change, just just to do something different, basically. Um, Although this place, it's not quite as nice, but it's definitely not as nice as England. Birmingham is a big shithole, and this is probably a bit worse than that because the pavements are not very nice. I feel like whatever England are doing, I think they charge too much tax, but then again, they've got nice pavements. If the reason why tax is so high is because of pavement and making sure pavements are quite nice, then they're doing something right. They're actually spending money on pavements. Here they're not. But anyway, I am thinking about. I'm really really still thinking about the state. Is anything going to happen at Christmas? I keep looking for evidence on something happening at Christmas time, um, and I have no idea. I don't know. I don't believe that Anastasia would have done the song Now or Never if something wasn't about to happen soon. But I thought that was pointing at something happening in the fall, and it didn't happen. So um, maybe she was doing that because she thought she was the angel of the truth. Maybe she doesn't know when it's actually going to be, and maybe she did that hoping that something would happen in the next few months. I don't know. Um, all I know is that when people don't know about me, when people don't believe in me, that is going to be a very crucial time for to test people. You don't know who Christ is. I'm Christ. If you don't believe that, then I want to make you look foolish for going around with all of it, making all the videos that you do, preaching in the way that you do when you don't actually know the truth. And it's a very important time when people don't believe. And if I was to go into a reality show and have all these interviews, a lot of these people are all over the world, and so to get them to come to me is going to be very expensive. One, and two, it might not be necessarily good to spend that much money just for them to talk, and also they're going to be threatened by me. If there's some big preachers who are making millions or lots and lots of money on preaching lies, and then to find that there's someone in a reality show surrounded by cameras, they might actually say, I don't want to go. She's not Christ. I'm going to ignore this. She ain't Christ. I don't want to have anything to do with it. There's a lot of preachers that are probably going to think in that way. If they're making money off their preaching, and if they're going to be confronted by someone who's preaching something different and is claiming to be Christ, they would do it if they thought that they could win that person. But if they saw me in Big Brother or in a show similar to that, and they saw me, they'd probably think that actually this girl does seem quite intelligent, and I can't just claim that she's a nutbag because that's not how she's coming across, and therefore they might actually refuse the interview. And I think these interviews are very very important because I'm trapped. I know that I'm Christ. I know that I'm God, but I am completely trapped because the people, singers and celebrities who know about me seem to, maybe they don't even know about me. I don't know. They seem to be picking up on the spirit and doing things that they think are okay, and they link to me. There's a group of elites that don't seem to give a shit about me and seem to just completely be blocking everyone from coming near me. And then I'm just left with these Christians who are claiming to know me and yet don't know me. And I'm completely in a trap, and I would want to expose how much of a trap I'm in. If I was to confront all these Christians, the biggest famous or just the small YouTuber, they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't support me. They would happy to say, oh, God the Father said this, and the Father told me this, and Jesus told me this. They're happy to do all this. But if it actually comes to a real life person claiming to be Christ, I think they might not even want to do the interview. And therefore, it's important that I come off strong and powerful enough for them to want to. So I would like there to be some sort of media coverage about there being a Messiah here, and lots of people believing. But not to go too public, not to go too big on it, just to touch on it and make it clear enough and make it big enough for Christians to want to challenge me. And then I need to sign some sort of um, reality show type thing. Only it'll be more about a documentary. I need to find a channel that wants to promote this documentary or help give me a few £1,000,000. It's going to be quite expensive because I'm going to need a team of people. A few people are going to just have to go around calling up all Christian preachers. We'll choose the locations of where we're going to go. Like that Fergie tour bus thing. Layback. What's she going to represent when we come to your town? So they do like a tour and they go around the world and meet with something. I don't really know the dynamics of what the song's about, but I know that I need a tour group of people who know and believe me and are supportive of me, and I see and talk to, hence know that they're not just trying to stab me in the back. And then we go to lots of different locations, and they try and find the biggest preachers in the area to try and come and do an interview with me. You might have to pay them to come. If they're really big and making lots of money, then they're not going to want to jeopardize their job, and they're not going to want to help give me promotion. And I think if having an interview, they also might be afraid that the media are going to switch the conversation around to make them look stupid. I mean, that is the point of it. That the whole point of this would be to make them look stupid, because they'll be preaching about God and Christ, but they'll be sat right in front of God and Christ, and they won't recognize me. They won't support me. They won't. I want to just ask them questions about this. I don't know how long the interviews would last. It could be 20 minutes. It's 20 minutes to an hour, and just every day, just all the locations that I go to, just do lots of interviews, and also maybe I can have a bit of a holiday too. But yeah, if we've got staff on a payroll, maybe there should be two sort of holidays. One where I just go around and just do the documentary, have as many interviews as possible, and then another one where I just chill and don't do anything. Yeah, I don't know how this thing would be organized. David Beckham's organize something with Netflix, so maybe that's a good inspiration. Booking it with Netflix, getting a huge amount of money to just fund this project where I get as many interviews as possible. But it has to be run by people who actually believe me, and then after 3 months of that, take it up a stage. And then I can go into some sort of reality show and talk to people who are more famous, and then maybe have interviews with singers and celebrities as well, and I'll get more support, I guess, by them, and then they start. I don't know how it should be, but yeah, I can't do anything if people aren't talking to me. I can't do anything if people don't believe me. I can't do anything if the people who do believe me are ignoring me. So I'm just going to have to wait until they stop ignoring me. But yeah, I think that should be a good plan. Make the most of the fact that no one knows about me. I want these preachers basically to make a fool of themselves, and tell me all the reasons why I'm not the one that's talking to them, or if they believe that they're got some sort of international or spiritual link with God. Why is it that it's not me who they're talking to? And I want them to kind of publicly denounce me. I don't know how many interviews I need, but it could be 100 interviews where world famous preachers denounce me, and they'll also feel like they're not getting away with what they're doing, which is just lying about me. I don't want to feel like preachers can just get away with thinking that they're preaching about me. And I know there's so many people, they're mad. Christians are mad. They've got a mad religion. And I feel like if I went into a reality show and became very, very big, very, very fast, these people will probably just take their videos down and start hiding in the shadows, acting like they never did anything. And yeah, they've hurt me, a lot of them. Like, I'm watching the YouTube videos and they're just confusing me, because it's like they're getting things right, but they keep talking about Jesus, not me. And it's very hurtful, because they're just lying to people, and it's horrible. And there's nothing I can do to stop them, because they wouldn't believe that I am the one they wouldn't believe that I'm Christ. But yeah, don't know what my plan is today. I might just I might actually just spend the whole time in the hotel. Like I just can't be bothered to. I'm too depressed to just walk around. I'm too depressed to just pretend that I want to live. I'm really I'm just depressed about everything that I just kind of I just want to die, or just want to know when people are going to stop ignoring me. I can't stop thinking about this. It's on my mind the whole time. How long are people going to ignore me for? Is it going to be another 10 years? Are they ever going to talk to me? Um, I wasn't actually seeing much evidence that I was going to get onto Big Brother. That's always something that I noticed. There's a lot of people talking about some sort of, I don't know, they talk about sex, and they talk about um, you're going to pay when the change happens. There's a lot of revenge, but not very little things actually pointed or suggested to getting on a reality show where you're filmed and watched 24/7. So yeah, but I don't know what the plan is, and maybe I should just write to record media companies, find out where all the media companies are in London, and just write to them saying I've got a big story. I mean, I've tried this before and it didn't work, but I've got even more evidence of what I believe now. So maybe the thing is, I feel less tempted to do this. I don't feel like I should just build up a bunch of evidence. Why? Because it's been 11 years and I'm certain that so many people know about me. Why should I convince these people that, that I'm Christ when I feel like huge number of people already know about me, and they're doing their best to prevent this news or knowledge from getting out. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the media, if the big record media companies do know or something, and they're just and they all signed it. I don't know who's part of this. I don't know. That's horrible to just to not know who knows. I really want to know who knows. I could say that I could choose some celebrities to actually work with at the beginning when I go round. I can choose some celebrities like um, Kirk Frankenstein or something. Um, you know, I could choose him not to be my ally, but to come round and just help get the Christian community to want to talk to me. But he could make out himself that he doesn't actually believe in me and that he's only following me or with me you know, um, to keep the enemies close so that he knows what I'm doing or something. Or maybe he could say that he thinks that I'm the Antichrist and that because he's the angel of Jesus, the real Antichrist. And so if I worked with him, he would help get the Christian community to want to talk to me, you know, whilst he can also make out that he's like not helping me. He's just trying to see what I'm doing because he thinks that I'm the real Antichrist. He could say something like that. That'd be interesting to work with because he would bring in people. But I don't know if he actually believes in me or not. Like, has he heard about me? I bet think so, but I don't know what he knows. I don't know what he's been told. But I know that I need to get Christians to do interviews with me. And then after that stage, then I can go more public and do interviews with singers, and then they can start supporting me, and then the rise will happen, but in slow stages.